It's another edition of Time About the Movies, and today we're wrapping up the month of May 1992 with May 29th. We only had two movies to look at today, so I'm not even going to bother putting out the lighting equipment and all that, my usual setup. I'm just going to do a quick one here today. We only got two movies to look at, and only one of them I've really seen, so this should be a very quick one today. Let's go ahead and jump right into the movie that we have here. The first movie that we have, the biggest new release that came out this week, and that is Whoopi Goldberg in Sister Act. Directed by Emil Ardolino, best known for his work with Dirty Dancing. This also was written by Paul Rudnick of the Addams Family movies. It features a pretty good cast overall. I should mention the music in this. The score is also done by the Addams Family composer Mark Shaman. You also have a great cast that includes not only Goldberg, but Maggie Smith, Kathleen the Jimmy, Mary Wicks, Harvey Keitel. It's a real fun movie. It's a very fun film. Very formulaic, very predictable. You can tell everything that's going to happen just by looking at this trailer alone. You know, there's going to be a third act conflict. That there's going to be something where Whoopi Goldberg's secret gets revealed, what she really is, and like I said, you can see this stuff coming a mile away. But yeah, for the most part, this is still a very fun movie, and it works because of this cast. I mean, you got Whoopi Goldberg, like I said, Maggie Smith, Kathleen the Jimmy, Mary Wicks, Harvey Keitel. They're all working off each other so well. They're very funny in here. The writing overall is very solid. Not quite Addams Family good, but it's still very funny material here. In fact, most of the people that made the Addams Family are on this. Scott Rudin, the producer of that film, is also the producer here. But yeah, like I said, it's a very fun film. Very formulaic, very much a standard story, to say the least, but it does work very well, and Whoopi Goldberg plays a huge part in that. I think this is one of her stronger films as a leading actress, and this was coming right off of her Oscar-winning success on Ghost, and it's a pretty good film. Sister Act 2, I don't remember too much about. I saw it once when I was little, so once we get to that one within the next year, we'll definitely delve into that one. And I hear they're making a third one with Tyler Perry to produce it, and that's going to be for Disney+. And it's supposedly still happening, so I'd be really curious to see what they bring to the table on a third film. I mean, really, I would say, how can you do this story multiple times? But then again, there's a Big Mama's House trilogy, and that was one that barely worked the first time around. So I guess you could do it for anything pretty much if it's a success. But yeah, Sister Act's a pretty fun movie all around. It's a really fun film. Definitely worth checking out if you haven't seen it already. If you want to see a good Whoopi Goldberg leading film, a great leading comedy with her in it, this is definitely the best one that she's been in my opinion. So that's Sister Act. That's the one I've seen. Let's go ahead and move on to the last movie that we have here, the other movie, and that is Adam Egoyan's The Adjuster. So the setup for this is that Elias Codius plays an insurance adjuster who attempts to restore the damaged lives of his clients. His methods are unorthodox. He sleeps with most of them, puts them up in a designated hotel, and quotes his profession's code like a mantra. You may not know it yet, but you're in shock. With another plotline with Bubba and Mimi, Bubba played by Maury Chaykin and Mimi played by Gabrielle Rose, collides with the adjusters. The story takes a surreal turn. I'm reading that off of Wikipedia. And this is pretty much what you'd expect from a movie by Adam Egoyan. This is the same guy that also did much better movies with stuff like Exotica in a couple years after this. He also did Chloe, which I think is a fantastic film. Julianne Moore, Rachel McAdams in that movie, great film. He's made a couple of good movies. This one, I'm not going to be surprised if it isn't good either. I mean, this movie got a lot of good reviews when it came out. It's a film that really I have no idea what it's really all about. I never even heard of it for the most part. But it is Adam Egoyan, and most of his movies usually get high praise, and for good reason. They're very stylistic films. They're very impressive films, and they do feature a lot of good performances. And like I said, it's not going to surprise me if this is another one that isn't a great movie overall. So I haven't seen it, so I can't really comment on it too much. But like I said, it might be one I might definitely check out one day. So that's The Adjuster for you. And so on that note, we wrap up another edition of Time About the Movies. When we meet next time, we jump into June of 1992 with two more movies. We have Harrison Ford stepping into the role of Jack Ryan for the first time in Patriot Games. And we also have Kid and Play's follow-up to House Party, which is Class Act. One of these movies is certainly better than the other. I will let you figure that out, and then I'll tell you what I think of which one's the better film on tomorrow's show. So thank you guys for watching, and as always, if you want to see more videos like this, please hit the playlist on the next page, check out the previous episode, and I will see you folks tomorrow for another episode. So thank you for watching, I'll see you next time, and until then, as always, take care.